All right, everyone, welcome to a session of Tai Chi and Qigong to help us with migraines, and especially this time of year with the allergy season coming up, that can spur on a lot more, headaches and so forth. So let's take a moment, whatever kind of day that you've had or week that you've had, just take your thoughts and let them just relax and just bring yourself right into this moment, right here and now. So we're going to begin with thinking about posture. So let's begin. Make sure you're in a comfortable seat. And when you think about posture, you want to think about placing the feet down on the ground, feeling the big toe, the little toe, and the heel, and just kind of moving the feet up and down, like lifting the toes, lifting the heels. So you feel like you're kind of pressing the bottom of the foot down onto the ground. And what this does is there's an area underneath that's called yang quan, bubbling well. That will help to draw up energy from the earth. And then firmly plant those feet down. And then bring your attention up to the knees, making sure that the knees are right under your ankles. You don't want to have the feet back. You want to have those ankles right under the knees. And then looking to have the knees lined right up with the hips. And then bringing your attention to the pelvis, the area. This is a very active energy when it comes to when it comes to Tai Chi and Qigong. So let's begin to allow your breath to relax. We're going to focus on breath a little bit more in a few moments, but let's firstly think about our posture. So in order to loosen up the lower back, we want to engage the abdominals, let that tailbone slide underneath so we feel that lengthening in the lumbar vertebrae, and then roll back. So let's do that a few more times, rolling back. And you want to feel that relationship between the abdominals and that lower back. Very important, especially with headaches or any kind of spinal issues, that we want to create that sensation of balance in the whole spine. So let's let that move just one more time. And then allow that pelvis to just kind of relax. And then bring your attention up to the sternum. Okay. This is another very important area with Qigong. It's called the Qi. This is called the lower dantian or Jing. This is Qi. So we want to kind of roll those shoulders back, getting rid of that tension. We're going to work on getting rid of that tension in that upper back, lower neck area. But let's roll those shoulders up, back, and down. So you can feel the collarbone, feel the shoulder joint, and feel the shoulder blades, how they move together. Let's do that one more time, and down. So feeling now that relationship, feeling the feet all the way up through the abdominal area up to the sternum. And then bring your attention up to the neck. We want to put the tongue to the roof of the mouth, because there's an energy flow in the front of the body as well as the back of the body. These are two of the energy meridians that we have in the body. So keeping the tongue to the roof of the mouth will make sure that they meet up so we get that energy flow through the body. And now let's bring our attention up to the face. So here we want to start to really relax. We want to get rid of that tension that's in that head and neck area. So begin by allowing that jaw to relax, feeling the muscles around the jaw, especially in the corners, where the jaw joint is. If any of you have had, TMJ, that's that tightness. So just allow that to relax. Let your teeth unclench. Feeling the jaw muscles, the cheek muscles, relaxing. And then bring your attention up to around the eyes. So right under the eyes, because the eyes can be a very big source of migraines. So just letting the muscles under the eyes relax. And start to now be a little bit more attentive to the breath in the body. Don't try and change it at this point yet, but just becoming more aware of it as you feel the feet all the way up through the body. We're making our way up towards the head. And then feeling the eye muscles that are constantly moving. The heart and the eye muscles are ones that are always moving, never resting. So let's allow those eyes to just feel a sensation of relaxation. Letting the eyelids come down and relax. Feeling the muscles, the eyebrows, relaxing. Feeling the muscles in the forehead, relaxing. Feeling the top of the head as if your head is like a balloon reaching up towards the heavens. There's a very important energy area on the top of the head called the Bay Way. So letting that reach up to the heavens to connect the energy. And now that we feel this really wonderful posture, give yourself the opportunity to focus more on the breath. So feel that inhalation. Let that belly rise. And then pause for a moment and then exhale out. And try to make it for a longer count than what you normally do. We want to try to refrain from shallow breathing and trying to really increase the depth of your breath. The moment we start to control our breath, especially when we have good posture, that sends powerful messages to the body. It sends a message of control. We can't control a lot of things. Boy, we certainly have learned that with the pandemic, but we can control our reactions. And when we control breath, immediately our circulation improves, blood pressure starts to drop. Because a lot of times blood pressure, we can feel that blood pounding in the head with these headaches. So when we start to bring that blood pressure down and let it relax, that's powerful for the body. Blood sugar levels immediately start to change. The digestive system is allowed to function better. So now let's continue to increase that breath, and you almost want to feel that energy expanding out in front when you inhale. And then exhale and let it come back. And putting the hands out in front may help you really feel that energy. We're going to really kind of focus on that chi energy in a moment. And as you move those hands with your breath, just let those hands softly move. Soft joints, soft wrists. That's what allows the energy to flow through the body. And when we have chi that's flowing, illness and disease starts to change for the better. Because they say that some of these illnesses and disease can be brought on by chi that is stuck in the body. So we want to do whatever we can to let that chi energy flow. So let's do a few more of these enhanced breaths. Feeling that expanse, maybe even feeling that tingling, especially if you've been doing this for a while with me. Let's do one more of these and back. And just allow yourself to sit for a moment, quiet, still. Maybe starting to feel that circulation moving better. That is your chi. Chi moves with our circulation. And let's bring the hands up. We're going to whisk those hands together. This is going to give us that opportunity to feel the chi. You know, for those of you who have taken the class before, that heat you feel in your hands, that friction is chi. So this way we really get to feel it. So let's take a moment and let's expand that chi out. So maintaining that posture. You might feel sensations in the hands, inhaling. Exhaling as you bring it in. Maintaining that posture. And feel how joyous it is to feel that chi, to know that you are feeling this energy, this beautiful energy that we were all born with. And now we have the opportunity to improve it, cultivate it, and help it keep us as healthy as we can. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling and exhaling. And down. So let's bring the arms up. And as you bring the arms up, you want to let those wrists drag up and let the energy come down. Inhale as you lift. And exhale as you come down. And just focus on the simplicity of the movement. Because with Qigong and Tai Chi, you know, don't try to push it if you can't bring the arms, the shoulders up, because look, I'm bringing my wrists up more than the shoulders. Inhaling, feeling that breath is lifting your arms up, and then exhale and letting it come down. You might start to feel those hands, maybe vibrate, feel warm, feel cool. And just immersing yourself in the movement. Becoming acquainted with your body and the wonderfulness of these bodies that we have. It houses our spirits, and it's up to us to take care of the house. Let's do one more of these. Good. Now, let's move up a little bit to the upper body. So we're going to do a little tapping. So I know that a couple of other times, you know, some people said, well, the tapping is a little too hard. So based on what's going on with you, if your nervous system is very sensitive, which happens a lot with the migraines, just touch, you know, just gentle. And if you can, then, you know, the tapping would be with a very soft fist and just like a little tapping like this. So use your best judgment. But what we're doing here, this is a very important area with a lot of meridians and points, trigger points. So right along that collarbone. So let's just gently tap on that collarbone. And when we tap, we send these healing vibrations into the body. And that helps to improve circulation, which helps to move the chi. And so this is, of course, right over the heart. So that helps to send healing vibrations, healing thoughts into our heart, our circulatory system, which is, of course, you know, very important with migraines. There's also the thymus, which is the anti-aging area. You'll be 10 years younger when you finish with class today. And so now let's move to one side, doesn't matter which side, and then gently going down. And again, remember, if you have any sensitivity, just press a little bit, that will be enough. Or if you can, do that tapping down. There's all these heart and lung meridians, and then going right into that yang quan point that we worked on before, and then turn around and then tapping up or pressing on the outside all the way up. If you have any tension in that upper shoulder, neck area, spend a little time on that, and let's come back down. And then turn that hand and going up. And we're only going to do it 3 times, but when you're doing this on your own, you can do it as many times as you want to. The normal time is usually about 9 times. Okay, so we'll do that one more time. And then back to center. And again, thinking of your posture, keeping that nice breath going on. Try not to hold your breath. And then let's move over to the other side. Okay, so again, either press or going on down, going right down, forearm into that hand, the lao gong points in the hand, and then turning it around, and then up, and then spending a little time on that upper back, and then coming back down. Good, and then turning. Remember that whole time, keeping the tongue to the roof of the mouth, keeping that posture. Let's do that one more time. Good, back up. And then so you feel that chi, trying to get rid of that tension, especially here in that neck. Letting that heart, pulling it up and pushing it out. Inhaling and pressing it out. Inhaling and pressing it out. Inhaling and pressing it out. Let's take a moment to feel all that nice, healthy chi. So we are we'll do some tapping, especially on the head and the jaw and the face and around the ears. So again, use your best judgment. You don't have to press hard, very easy, especially on the face too. So I'm going to take my glasses off. So you can do whatever you want. You have carte blanche. So let's begin with the jawline. We're going to tap gently along that jawline and up to the lower lip. And up that jawline. Good. And then let yourself just allow the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments around that jaw, and just give yourself a little facial massage. So you can apply as much pressure as you want to, and especially going right under that cheekbone, right along the muscles, the jaw itself. And if you need to spend a little bit more time, by all means, allow that to happen. And then moving on to the upper lip. There's a lot of meridians here that are involved in headaches, tension in the head. So just allow yourself to do nice little presses, nice little taps, continuing the breath, maintaining that posture. And then bring yourself up to the nose. The nose also has a lot of energy meridians. And especially this time of year, again, we might have a lot of nasal, or sinus congestion, which could certainly lead to headaches. So just take a moment, pressing in on one side, taking in an inhalation, trying to open up the sinus, and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. So let's switch sides. So allow yourself to kind of roll in there a little bit to this side, and then inhaling and exhaling. Good. Now let's just do gentle around the eyes. Because remember, the eyes can be the source of a lot of migraine. Along the bridge, the brow, into the corner of the eye, just spending a little bit of time in there. And then back down. And then again, all the way around. Spending a little bit of time in the corner of the eye. And then back down. Good. Now this time, let's go up. And let's just gently and then going up and around the crown, messing up your hair. Good, and back. Let those hands come down. So let's take a moment to sync the chi. Inhaling up and down. And as you inhale, think of gathering all this healthy, beautiful chi all around us, and then kind of washing it down the front of the body. Inhaling, bring it up all around us, and letting it splash right down in front. Maintaining that posture, feeling the breath in the body. You might feel your hands becoming very energized. And last time. So we're going to do a couple of movements to lengthen, especially in this area, and to stretch, especially where the head and the neck meet. So what I'd like for you to do is put your thumb on your chin and put your pointing finger, doesn't matter which hand, here like this. So what I'd like for you to do is push back from that point, and what you'll feel is you want to feel, just like we did the pelvic tilt, we opened up the lower back. So now we want to open up this area right here. Because if we're in this posture and sitting, okay, this is where we're going to try to correct that. So you want to bring the head out, but then you want to bring it back. And sometimes it might feel better to push back and forth. You can keep your hand here if that feels better. So either way, but you want to definitely let the head and neck come out. Try to keep the shoulders back and make that all about lengthening that neck and coming back. And make sure you breathe nice and deeply. Let's do one more of these. Good, and then come back. Sitting nice and tall, we're going to make nose circles. So you're going to make small circles, maintaining that posture as if you're making a circle with your nose. That also will help to loosen up all that tightness where the head and the neck meet. And let's go in reverse. And then back to center. Now, moving left to right as if you were saying no. No to those migraines. Don't let them come your way. Still letting the face relax, keeping the tongue to the roof of the mouth, maintaining that posture. And then back to center. Then lifting up just a little. And then letting the head and neck come down, still keeping the shoulders back so you feel that length in the neck. And then bring it back up to neutral. Let's do that again, lifting up. Bringing it back down. And then back to neutral. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling as you lift up. Exhaling as you let the head and neck come down. Good, and then come back. This time we're going to do a bigger circle using the chin. So we're really letting that head and neck go to whatever's comfortable for you. Remember, this is a competition. You just want to do what feels comfortable for you and then go in reverse. Good, and then back to center. So let's put the arms as best as you can behind, and if you can't, this is fine. But what you want to do is try to bring those shoulders back. And this time, we're going to try and turn all the way to one side. Try to keep the opposite shoulder back. Take a nice breath and then come back to center. And then extend to the other side. And then back to center. Let's do that again. Stretch. And then back. And then once more. Good, and back to center. Let's take one arm. You're going to pull the arm down and let the head stretch away, but try not to let the shoulders lift up. And then come up. Other side, stretch. And up. Whenever you stretch the neck, you don't want to hold it too long, because what happens is that the muscles, the neck muscles are holding your head up all day, and so you don't want them to get too strained. Then reach behind you if you can. Let the head stretch. And then coming up, and then other side, stretch. Good, and then back to center. So let's do one more. We're going to do a little spinal rolling. So I want to lift up. You're going to roll forward, one vertebrae at a time, and roll all the way up. And then try to let that spine move nice and gently to neutral posture. Let's do that again, lifting up, rolling forward, curling up, and let yourself come back. Let's do that one more time, lifting up, coming forward, rolling up, and back. So let's stand up for a moment if you can, and if you can't, that's okay too. So let's stand with good posture for the last few moments of class. Rolling those shoulders back, feet firmly planted. We're going to sink that chi in a standing position now and let everything move with you. So you lift up, you feel the knees extend, and then sink. And down. Inhaling up. Now let's bring those hands back to center. Last movement we're going to do is to be centering. So we want to take one arm behind you, look behind you gently, bring this forward, bring it right down the center. Same thing on the other side, bring this around and right back down to center. Again, other side, and then back. And back, and one more time. And last time. Oh, so let's put our hands together in prayer pose. As always, it has been my honor and pleasure to be your guide in your practice tonight. Thank you so much for sharing your chi energy, because even though we're doing this virtually, energy moves through walls, through space, through time. Energy is never ending. So when we generate this positive energy, we're sending out this positive tsunami out there of energy out to the world. So remember that during these times when things are so tough, remember to keep that in mind, that we are all pieces of the puzzle. We are all threads in the fabric of life. We all have something important to give. We all have a purpose and a meaning to be here. So it is my honor and pleasure again to be your guide. And so I will say to you that the spirit and the light and the energy in you that I see, I so value and respect the light and the energy in all of you. And as we say in Chinese, it's Ni Men Hao Jing Shen Qi. Thank you very much for your participation and for sharing your energy and for sending that healing energy out.
Thank you so much, Susan. It was a
Thank
great
you.
class. I do feel so refreshed and relaxed at the same time. It's a great feeling.
Good, thank
Thanks.
you.
Yeah, hope everybody comes back for Susan's next class. And we'll be doing the mindfulness series again next week. I'm not sure what it is, but thanks everybody for showing up.
All
Really
right, good
appreciate you
night,
being here.
everyone.
Good night.